A blood test that could help rule out Alzheimer's is now cleared by the FDA. The test is designed for adults 55 years and older who are showing early signs of cognitive decline. It measures levels of a protein that's found in blood plasma in higher levels. It's connected to Alzheimer's and other brain diseases. Joining us to talk about that and other health topics is UW Health family medicine physician Dr. Robert Freidel, or Dr. Bob as we call him. Good afternoon, Dr. Bob.
Thanks for having me, Kim. Go Brewers.
Go Brewers. So this FDA test, is this something that you'd buy over the counter, or is this something that a doctor would administer?
Yeah, this is probably something more you would want to get through a doctor, but we're still kind of working on that. So very exciting to have a new blood test out there for dementia, with dementia being very common. More than 10% of adults over 65 end up with dementia, and Alzheimer's is the most common form of that. So there's this new blood test out here now developed by a new company yeah, you can get a blood test. If you have this protein in your, if you don't have the protein in your blood, there's a very good chance, like a 98% chance you don't have Alzheimer's. So yes, and this is the test that was just approved by the FDA. So the thing is, when these brand new tests come out and are getting approval, it doesn't necessarily mean that your doctor or your health system is going to have access to the test yet. And it also doesn't mean that your insurance is going to cover it yet. So there's still some steps that need to be taken. In addition to that, we do already have some ways of diagnosing Alzheimer's, and we'll have to see if this blood test will replace those.
What does a diagnosis, and especially an early diagnosis, mean for someone who has Alzheimer's?
Yeah, generally the sooner we can diagnose these things, the sooner we can intervene, and the bigger difference we can make in the outcome of the disease. So there's medications that can be used early in the disease to help delay the progression of Alzheimer's. There's also lifestyle things that you can do to help keep your brain thinking as sharp and as long as possible, even with an early diagnosis of Alzheimer's. So yes, early diagnosis does make a difference.
Okay, let's talk about young people. They're using alcohol and cannabis as sleep aids.
No, that's right. And sleep is something that's very, very important for our overall health. It touches every single part of our bodies, our brain, our memory, our heart health, our blood pressure, all of these things. And a lot of people have trouble with their sleep. And it turns out that young adults are turning more to things like cannabis and alcohol. So there was a study that was just posted in the Journal of the American Medical Association. They asked adults aged 19 through 30, are you using cannabis and alcohol? And if so, why? And turns out 1 in 5 are using cannabis to help them sleep at night, and 1 in 14 are using alcohol to help them sleep. And those aren't necessarily healthy ways to fall asleep. So those are concerning numbers, Kim.
Yeah, it's something that you don't want to make a lifestyle choice, you know, for that to become your routine. And alcohol is very interesting because people say, oh yeah, I get sleepy. But then it kind of changes, and then it stimulates you.
Right. So they both have issues long-term with your sleep. So cannabis, for example, yes, initially it can help people fall asleep and stay asleep, but that's only for the very short term. Then your body gets used to it, and you need to use more and more and more to get the same effect on your sleep. And while you do that, it's going to be having downsides on especially your REM sleep, which is important for your memory, your learning, and your emotions. And then alcohol itself is a sedative. Then sedation is not sleep. So it may help knock you out and feel like you're sleeping well, but actually you're not going to go into deep sleep as well. You're going to wake up more at night, and that's going to have harmful effects on your sleep. So Kim, you may have to think twice about that nightcap.
Makes sense. All right, Dr. Bob, thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and go Brewers.
Go Brewers, Kim. Thank you.
Thanks.